Edie goes off in Ann Arbor. It's your Maize and Blue review update for Monday, February the 26th. And Zach Edey from Purdue yesterday in Ann Arbor puts up 35 points and 15 boards as number 3 Purdue tops Michigan in Ann Arbor yesterday afternoon by 8. Michigan drops its 5th game in a row, and they have lost 10 out of their last 11 ball games. Michigan with 3 more regular season games left. The next 2 will be on the road Thursday at Rutgers, and then Sunday, Michigan plays at Ohio State. Here's U of M head coach Juwan Howard on the M-Go Blue podcast yesterday after the game.
One of the things that never show up in the box score is heart. And heart was displayed from every guy that touched the floor that was out there competing, and also for the guys, of course, that was feeding life into the team that didn't get an opportunity to play.
Michigan women's basketball team beat Northwestern over the weekend 74-60. Wolverines play Ohio State on Wednesday night at Value City Arena. The Michigan hockey team swept Notre Dame over the weekend at Yost. U of M won 4-0 on Friday night, and Saturday night, Marshall Warren scored the winner coming off the bench with a couple minutes remaining in the third period for a 2-1 U of M win. Wolverines clinch home ice in the Big Ten tournament in 2 weeks. Next week, it's the last series of the regular season, Michigan at Minnesota. When Jim Harbaugh left to coach the LA Chargers, current players and signees had a 30-day transfer window. That window has closed. Harbaugh left on Wednesday, January the 24th, so the players had until this past Friday. That's when the 30-day portal window shut. The spring portal opens from April 15th to April 30th. Stay tuned there. Michigan lost safety Keon Sabb to the portal. U of M with 9 players that put their name in the portal: Keon Sabb, Brees Atterbury, Matthew Hibner, Amarian Walker, Darius Clemens, Jake Thaw, CJ Stokes, Cameron Calhoun, and Joey Velasquez. Sabb's going to Alabama, Stokes to Charlotte, Clemens, Oregon State, Walker down to Ole Miss, and Velasquez will walk on at Ohio State. National Signing Day was back on the first Wednesday of this month, and the Wolverines signed 27 players in the early 2024 signing period, and they stayed at 27 until the Harbaugh transfer portal opened, and they did lose a player. 24 three-star signee Jaden Smith requested and was granted a release from his national letter of intent, and Smith announced that he is transferring to Kentucky. So U of M's 24 class sits with 26 players and stays at number 13 overall on Rivals.com's team rankings. Michigan has 3 players committed right now to its 2025 recruiting class: 4-star tight end Eli Owens. U of M's other 2 25 commitments currently are defensive end Bobby Kanka from Howell, Michigan, and quarterback Carter Smith from Florida. U of M has added a pair of players so far out of the transfer portal: linebacker Jay-Sean Barham from Maryland and Northwestern offensive guard Josh Preeb. Both Preeb and Barham have officially been added to the U of M football roster. New Michigan football tight ends coach Steve Kasula was on the In the Trenches podcast, and Kasula talked about Colston Loveland.
The biggest thing that's unique about Colston is his contact balance as a route runner. His ability to get open in a million different ways, his ability to get collisioned or to collision someone else as he's running a route, but keep his balance and maintain his speed is it's elite.
That's high praise from Kasula for Colston Loveland. Here's more Kasula on his junior tight end.
So hard to cover because he's loose, he can run, he's physical, and he's got great ball skills and exceptional catch radius. But the thing that makes him the most difference is when he's being played in like man or zone coverage and a guy doesn't want to move. You know, college football allowed to hit you now, allowed to reroute you, allowed to grab you. He doesn't like he brings the fight to the pass defender and then still wins routes. It's really exceptional.
No. Steve Pasula talking about Colston Loveland. Loveland, you would imagine one day would be headed to the NFL Scouting Combine. That combine has started up in 2024. The combine starting in Indy today, and a record 18 Wolverines were invited. The record breaks the number of 16 players that were invited to the combine by LSU's 2016 national championship team. Quarterbacks Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels elected not to throw in Indy. They'll wait till their pro day. Meanwhile, J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix, and Michael Penix Jr. will all throw at the combine. Last week, college football players could opt in the new EA Sports College Football 25 video game. Players that did elect to join get $600 and a copy of the game. Michigan corner Will Johnson tweeting out last week that he's in the game. College Football 25 due out this summer. And the Michigan football spring game date is set April the 20th, 4:20, high noon for kickoff to check out the 2023 national champions at Michigan Stadium. And that's the latest on Michigan. Stay tuned for Good Afternoon Michigan football at the top of the hour. And for the latest on Michigan, go to the MaizeandBlueReview.com or sign up at Michigan.rivals.com. And on this beautiful Monday, it's in the 50s in Michigan. We'll see you over on